call me crazy, the Brooklyn Nets are about to beat the Boston Celtics in 7 games in Boston, and in Game 7.
Wow.
I am the biggest fan of Ime Udoka. I said for years and years and more years, as he sat at the right hand of God the Father Almighty, Greg Popovich in San Antonio, this man must be a head coach. I have no idea why it took this long, but now, after a slow struggle of a start, which was predictable, they just took off, and they have been the most dominant team in the NBA.
Actually, on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, from both sides of the ball over, I don't know, the last 30-odd games.
Yes.
They are destroying, they are laying waste to this league right now. So
I think they won 3 games by 40.
they did. So what did I like about last night? Oh, I just told you, I told you they won't cover, and they didn't cover.
No.
Because last night was all about, we will flex our firepower, our big 2, and we'll do just enough to get by these poor little Cleveland Cavaliers, because I think they had little to no respect for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Correct.
And in the fourth quarter, if it ever got close, guess who, the best player on the planet, just said, just give me the ball and get out of the way. And he made the shots to stave them off. And he scored 9, and it was their team high 9. Claxton also had 9 in the fourth quarter. And that's all they needed, because Darius Garland was going pretty crazy. He had 16 in the fourth. But in the end, it's a 2-man show.
Right.
Except this 2-man show is simply the greatest 2-man perimeter show we've seen in the history of basketball.
True.
I tweeted this at halftime. We have never seen a duo this dynamic on perimeter shooting. However you want to describe it, I'm talking about shot making.
Right.
You could do, we could do Shaq and Kobe as just a duo.
No.
Okay. We could even do Michael and Scottie as a duo. But I'm talking about shot making.
Right.
From some distance, if not 3-point distance on both sides.
But here's the difference. What sets them apart from Clay and Steph is that Kyrie can go from 3 to the rim.
That's
Neither
what
one
I'm
of those
saying.
guys are really
I'm
rim.
talking about all-around shot making.
Yeah. Nobody can touch
There's
KD
never
and Kyrie.
been anything like these two.
No.
And when Kevin Durant decides, as we always talk about, he is a 7-foot monster.
Yeah.
And
Turned into a 7-foot point guard.
well, he is. And all he did last night was, once again, oh, you're going to double me? Well, I'll get you 11 assists, because he's highly capable of 11.
Yes.
And guess what Kyrie Irving did? He got you 12 assists.
Yes.
And furthermore, may I add the little cherry on top? The stat of the night, to me, is hidden in this box score, because there are a lot of wow-pow stats that you look at on both KD and Kyrie. But if you look all the way across to a category called BS, which is not a bunch of BS. It's actually very indicative of what happened last night. What's underneath Kevin's column
3.
there? Kevin Durant blocked 3 shots last night, and I thought they were all pretty crucial, where he just stymied shots at the rim. Darius Garland would just say, whoops, he's 7 feet tall, and he's like 7'6" long, right?
With Skip, they had 9. And so you get Claxton coming in there challenging Kevin Love. He's blocking shots. People don't see him. He's a better defender. He's a better defender than people give him credit for.
Okay. So I will give you this. Ime is a much better coach already than Steve Nash, because Ime has way more experience than Steve Nash, because he just got thrown into the fire a year ago, like, here, coach these guys. Really? Well, does he? I don't even know what they're doing. I don't like what they're doing. I don't like their rotations. I don't like the fact that my man, LaMarcus Aldridge, is a DNP night after night, and I do not get it. I do not understand why Blake Griffin, night after night after night, is a DNP. Cannot see the light of play. Those two players, I thought, silly me, I thought Blake Griffin last year against Milwaukee in that 7-game series, I thought he was pretty good. I thought he fought on both sides of the ball. He made some big threes. I thought he just battled his butt off against Giannis. Just got physical with him and just used his quickness and his strength. Well, and he can't stop Giannis, but he can bother him a little bit. Well, guess what? Those two guys don't play anymore. They're completely out of the rotation. So now it's the big penguin, Andre Drummond, and it's...
But he's only playing like 18, 19 minutes, Skip.
But he still, what did he get you last night? 16 and 8? Okay, that'll work. And Bruce Brown. What do I think of Bruce Brown? I just think he's a basketball player. And he's fearless. And by the way, Kevin had to mildly rebuke him last night after the game, because Bruce Brown just spilled honesty after the game. Well, they don't have Robert Williams, and so we should have some advantage in the post.
He spilled a game plan. We can attack him now low.
Okay, well, isn't that pretty obvious? I mean, don't you think Boston probably knows that?
Right.
Well, they don't have their defensive anchor. They don't have Robert Williams, and he can be an offensive force also in that he just makes stuff happen inside.
Right.
Okay, so I look at this and I say, well, why would I think this team had a chance after all the turmoil and chaos it's been through? It's just because in the end, you got two guys that Boston doesn't have.
Right.
And last night in the first half, those two guys flexed the way you'll rarely see people flex, a duo flex in a game. Because all KD did in the first half was make 4 out of 5 shots, right?
Right.
And then, as you point out, all Kyrie did in the first half was make all 9 of his shots to give them a 17-point lead at halftime. And could we please see, bang, 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 all 9 of those shots just to show you how in his bag he was last night? This is the deepest bag of tricks you've ever seen, okay? It's like, what you got? Well, Kevin Love, you don't got that. And Kyrie up and under. Does anybody use the glass with English off the glass?
No.
Whew. Man, Kai. Okay, he even had to change it midair.